Yesterday we did multiplying regular fractions by regular fractions, and if you remember, you take the numerator and multiply it by the numerator, the denominator and multiply it by the denominator, and then you simplify it. Or you can do that cool trick that I showed you called cross-canceling, when you look diagonally across to see if you can make the numbers smaller. Today we're going to do multiplying mixed numbers by mixed numbers. So I'm starting off by doing conversions. This is a quick review to see if you remember how to do this from last year. So when you're multiplying a mixed number, you actually can't do that. It's actually impossible. You can only multiply proper fractions and improper fractions. So before we do anything, we actually have to make or convert all of our mixed numbers to impropers. So I'm just going to do a really quick review of this to see if you remember how to do it. So for the first one, what you do is you take the denominator, which is 10, you multiply it by the whole number, and then you add the numerator. So 10 times 3 is 30. Plus 4 is 34. And then the denominator just stays the same. So whatever the denominator was, in this case 10. Okay? The next one, same thing. Denominator times the whole number, which is 9, plus the numerator, which is 10. Denominator stays the same. One more example. Denominator times the whole number, add the numerator. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 5 is 21. Denominator stays the same. So I'm actually going to have you pause the video and try doing the other three on your own. Okay, so now we're going to actually apply this and try it for a problem. So we have 1/2 times 2 3/4. So like I said, you can't actually multiply a mixed number. You can only multiply proper fractions or improper fractions. So the first step would be to make your mixed number an improper fraction. So I'm just going to rewrite the 1/2. Bring down the times, and if you remember, denominator times the whole number, add the numerator. So 4 times 2 is 8, plus 3 is 11. Denominator stays the same. Now we're all set to multiply. I'm going to see if I can cross cancel. There's nothing I could divide 11 and 2 both by besides 1. Look this way, 1 and 4, nothing I could divide them both by besides 1. So I can't cross cancel, so I'm ready to go. So 1 times 11 is 11, numerator times numerator. And then denominator times denominator, 2 times 4 is 8. Your final answer is an improper fraction. You can actually leave it improper or you can make it mixed. It's totally up to you. If you're going to make it mixed, 8 goes into 11 one time. There would be 3 left over, and the denominator stays the same. You don't have to do this part if you don't want to, though. You can definitely just leave it improper. Okay, so let's try another one. Okay, let's try this one. So we have 6 1/3 times 3/4. 6 1/3 is improper. Step 1, make it a mixed number. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 1 is 19. So we have 19 thirds. Denominator stays the same. Now I'm going to multiply it by the other fraction. That one's all set to go because it's a proper fraction. Now I want to see if I can cross cancel. If I look diagonally across, I have the same number. Every time you have the same number, you can cross them out and make them ones because that means you can divide it by itself. 19 and 4, there's nothing I could divide them by. So I'm going to do 19 times 1, which is 19, and 1 times 4, which is 4. And you can leave your answer improper, so that would be your final answer. Okay, I'm going to give you some to try. So I'm going to try number 8 quickly, just as another example, because we didn't do one with 2 mixed numbers, but it's the same steps. So for this one, you have 2 mixed numbers, so you're just going to quickly make them both improper first. So multiply the denominator times the whole number, add the numerator. So 8 times 1 is 8, plus 7 is 15, denominator stays the same. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing for this. 5 times 2, which is 10, plus the numerator is 12, denominator stays the same. Now I want to see if I can cross cancel. I can divide 8 and 12 both by 4. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. 8 divided by 4 is 2. I can also divide 15 and 5 by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Now I have my new numerators, my new denominators. I'm going to multiply them together. 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 1 is 2. So final answer is 9/2, and you can leave it improper. So I'm going to have you try these 3. Make sure you make all your mixed numbers improper first. See if you can cross cancel anything, and if you can, you should definitely do that, and then multiply your numerators and your denominators. You can leave your final answer as an improper fraction as long as it's in simplest form. Okay, so you're going to try those three.